The weight of the weapon sack cut into my shoulder as I walked toward the camp. 3 days without sleep. Metal, spikes, and chains, all made for trapping. The entrance path ran between cages, not empty ones. Wounded dragons hunched over their wings, breathing heavy. Blood and iron stuck in the air. I'd been doing this for 6 months now, swallowing my pride, forging for the men who despised me. But every coin was one step closer to buying my sister's freedom. That was the only reason I kept coming back. The dragon hunters saw me coming and started laughing. "Look who's here, the famous captain." The leader stepped out of his tent, tall, scars on his face, black armor stained with old blood. He ripped the sack from my hands and emptied it onto the ground. "This is it?" he spat. I thought the great captain would know how to make something better. "It's all according to the order," I said without meeting his eyes. He grabbed me by the shirt collar. "Don't talk to me like that. You're not a captain anymore. You're a blacksmith. My blacksmith." He released me with a shove. I went to pick up the coins he threw into the mud. Less than agreed. Always less. I counted them anyway. Each one mattered. I needed 100 gold coins to pay her price. I had 32. "Before you go," he said, wiping his hands, "I've got another order. Special cages for next week." "What for?" He smiled. "We're going to hunt something big, something worth more than 100 common dragons." One of his men shoved me toward the exit. But before I left, I saw something that froze my blood. My sister. She was by the campfire, serving water to the soldiers. Her arm was bandaged. When she lifted the pitcher, the bandage shifted. I saw the mark, a fresh burn, still red, in the shape of a cross. Our eyes met for a second. Hers begged me in silence. "Don't do anything. Just go." The leader walked over to her and put his hand on her shoulder. "Your brother works well when he's motivated, doesn't he?" She didn't answer. "He's late with the cages," he told her without taking his eyes off me, "and the next mark will be on the face." I left the camp. The coins felt like stones in my pocket. I walked through the forest as the sun sank behind the trees. Then I heard the moan. Faint, almost human. It came from the bushes off the path. I pushed through the branches, and I saw her. A woman lying on the ground, half hidden by leaves. She was unconscious. I should have left. I already had enough problems. But something in her expression stopped me. She reminded me of my sister when we were kids, when I could still protect her. I knelt beside her, touched her wrist to check for a pulse. Her skin was burning, not like normal fever. It was a strange heat, deep, like something under her skin was on fire. I lifted her toward the evening light, and then I really saw her. She was beautiful in a way that didn't seem of this world. Fine features, almost carved from porcelain. But what paralyzed me were the 2 horns emerging from her forehead. Symmetrical, elegant, pale ivory color, curved gently back like a natural crown. Her long black hair fell messy over her shoulders. Her eyes were closed, but when she opened them briefly, I saw an ice blue so piercing it went through me like a spear. She wasn't human. It was too late to turn back. I carried her. She weighed less than I expected. I walked back to my workshop, a small shed with a forge in the back. I laid her down on my only cot. I cleaned her wounds with water and rags. While bandaging her arm, I noticed a strange mark on her wrist, a symbol I didn't recognize, like a stylized claw carved into the skin. She opened her eyes briefly. That ice blue looked straight at me. She whispered something I didn't understand. Then she passed out again. The horns glowed faintly under my lamplight. I sat on the floor. I didn't know what I'd just done, but it was done. I woke at the forge, hammering a chain for the cages. The sound of metal on metal filled the workshop. I heard movement behind me. I turned. She was standing, leaning against the wall, staring at the weapons hanging there. Folding cages, spiked spears, chains with runes. Her expression was pure terror. She backed toward the door. Her ice blue eyes studied me with fear. I raised my hands slowly. No weapons. Easy. I'm not going to hurt you. Those things. I make them because I don't have a choice. She was trembling. Are you a hunter? I was, not anymore. Pause. She studied me. Her breathing calmed slightly. Why did you help me? I don't know. I offered her water in a wooden cup. Hard bread. She took it with shaking hands and ate urgently, like she hadn't eaten in days. I asked her name. She shook her head. Better not. What happened to you? They're hunting me. If they find me... She stopped. Many will die. She said no more. I spent the day working at the forge. She rested on the cot, watching me in silence. At nightfall, she came closer, watched me hammer a chain, and asked, "Why do you do it if you're not a hunter anymore?" I told her, "My sister, the dragon hunters, the blackmail, the coins that were never enough." She lowered her gaze. I understand what it's like to lose someone. There was a silent connection in that moment. Something that didn't need words. That night, she slept on the cot, me on the floor, but I felt something had changed. The next day, I went to the square to buy supplies. Bread, oil, firewood. There was a crowd gathered in front of the notice post. A herald in golden armor was reading aloud. His voice echoed off the stone walls. By order of the king, a woman is wanted. Dark hair, ice blue eyes, 2 ivory horns on her forehead. She's dangerous. Reward, 1,000 gold coins. The crowd murmured. Some smiled with greed. The city is closed for 3 days. House-by-house searches begin at dawn today. I felt the ground open beneath my feet. A merchant beside me commented, "They say she's an abomination, half woman, half beast. The king offers double if they bring her alive." Another added, "The dragon hunters are already tracking. I bet they find her before dawn." I didn't wait to hear more. I ran back home, came in through the back door. She was standing by the window, looking toward the street. She looked at me. "You already know, don't you?" I nodded. "I should leave. If they find me here, they'll kill you. You can't go out. The gates are closed. The guards check everything." Silence. She closed her eyes. "Then we have until dawn tomorrow." I didn't sleep that night. Spent the hours sitting by the door, knife in hand. Dawn came too fast. The pounding on the door was like thunder. "Open up! Mandatory search!" I recognized the voices. The dragon hunters. I turned toward the back room. She was standing in the shadows, looking at me. "Don't come out," I whispered. "Whatever happens, stay inside." I opened the door and stepped out. Slammed the door shut behind me. The leader was there, 5 armed men at his back. He shoved me against the wall of my own house. "So the coward makes us wait, huh?" I tried to stay firm between them and the door. You already searched yesterday. There's no one else here. Liar. One of the soldiers grabbed my arm, twisted me against the wall. The leader pulled out a knife, pressed it against my neck. The cold edge cut my skin slightly. I felt a drop of blood run down. Last chance. Where is she? I don't know what you're talking about. He raised the knife to hit me with the handle. The door opened. She came out. The hunters froze. She walked slowly. Her ivory horns gleamed in the dawn light. Her ice blue eyes pierced each soldier like ice spears. She didn't run, didn't scream, just walked toward us. The leader took a step back. "It's her," one of the soldiers whispered. She stopped 3 meters away. Her voice came out deep, cold, like wind in the mountains. "Let him go." The leader laughed nervously, but his hand was shaking. "You're surrounded. There's no escape." She didn't answer, just looked at them, one by one. The silence became so heavy I could feel it in my chest. The soldiers stepped back, first one, then another. The leader swallowed. "Take her," he ordered, but his voice broke. No one moved. Then she closed her eyes, and it began. The soldiers ran. The leader stumbled backward, crawling on the ground. She lowered her head toward me. Her eyes looked at me, a clear signal. I climbed up her neck. My hands gripped her scales. They were smooth but firm, like polished crystal. She took off. The wind hit my face like a fist. We flew over the city in seconds. From the sky, I saw chaos below. Alarm bells. Soldiers running, arrows rising but never reaching us. She flew toward the northern mountains. The wind cut my face. I looked back. My house. The empty street. Smoke starting to rise from somewhere. Everything I had, destroyed. There was no going back. But I was alive. And she had saved me. We landed in a cave hidden among the rocks. The floor was cold, damp stone. She returned to human form, collapsed instantly. "Are you okay?" I touched her shoulder. "The transformation weakens me. I need to rest." I made a fire with dry branches I found at the cave entrance. The flames grew. Heat filled the space. She slept. I watched the entrance. Hours passed in silence. At dusk, I heard voices in the valley below. I looked out carefully. The dragon hunters, climbing up the slope. They had tracking dogs. The leader shouted from below. His voice bounced off the rocks. "Coward blacksmith, I know you're up there. Hand her over and we'll forgive you." I backed into the cave. "But if you don't come down in an hour, your sister will pay the price." I went back inside. She was awake, looking at me. I sat down, head in my hands. "What did he say?" I told her. She nodded slowly. "Then you have to choose." "I can't choose between you two. If you hand me over, you save your sister. That's the right thing. And you? What will they do to you?" She didn't answer. Heavy silence. Then she said, "There's another option, but it requires your absolute trust." She stood, extended her hand. A pact. If you accept it, you'll see everything. My past, my truth, and then you'll decide. I took her hand. A sharp pain ran through my arm. I saw my skin glow with golden runes that sank beneath the skin and disappeared. Then my vision changed. I saw a palace. She was chained in a dark hall. Her ivory horns, her ice blue eyes full of terror. Soldiers in black armor surrounded her. The king, his face covered in shadows, ordered, "Extract more blood." They drove needles into her veins. She screamed. Her blood was silver, bright like mercury. It filled glass vials. The king took one, drank it. His skin writhed. Deformed scales sprouted from his neck, his arms. He looked at himself in a mirror. He smiled with greed. Power, immortality. The scene changed. A beautiful valley. Dragons flying peacefully. White, golden, blue, all with elegant horns. Then soldiers appeared from the trees. Crossbows, arrows with magic chains. Massacre. Dragons falling from the sky. Fire. Screams piercing the air. She, in dragon form with her great ivory horns, tried to defend her pack. The arrows brought her down. Magic chains wrapped around her. The other dragons died. Last image. Her alone in a cage, looking at her family's corpses through the bars. I returned to the present. I was trembling, sweating. She released my hand. That was 2 years ago. I was the last one. I escaped 6 months ago. Since then, the king has been hunting me. He wants more blood. I couldn't speak. The pact we made has 2 parts, she continued. First, if I die, you feel my pain. Second, if I activate it, I can summon those who still sleep. Who sleeps? Those the king thinks he killed. Some survived. They're hidden, waiting for my call. But summoning them means war. The hunters' voices were getting closer. The leader shouted, "Time's up! Your sister dies at dawn if you don't come down." She looked at me. "I'll go. Trade my life for your sister's. You stay here." "No, there's another plan." "What?" I took a deep breath. "I'll tell them where you are." I came down from the cave with my hands up. The hunters surrounded me. Weapons pointed at me. The leader grabbed me by the neck. "Where is she?" "In the cave. She's weak. Can't fly. If you go up now, you'll capture her easy." He smiled. "I knew you'd choose right." He gestured. 2 soldiers brought my sister. She was chained, beaten, but alive. She looked at me with eyes full of betrayal. "How could you?" I didn't answer. The leader pushed her toward me. "When we have her, we'll free her." Hunter's word. They climbed toward the cave. 20 men, nets, magic chains. I stayed below with my sister. She whispered to me, "I don't know what you did, but I hope it's worth it. Trust me." From above, screams. First of triumph. "We've got her!" Then confusion. "What?" And then a roar. Not from her, from many. The ground shook. Shadows descended from the sky. 5, 10, 20 dragons. White, golden, black. All with elegant horns. The pack. She had summoned them. The hunters screamed, ran. But there was no escape. It was a massacre. In 2 minutes, silence. She came down from the cave in human form. Her ivory horns gleamed under the moonlight. Her ice-blue eyes cold as winter. She walked among the bodies, looked at me. The pact is fulfilled. Your sister is free. Those who hunted me dead. Then softer. Did you trust me from the beginning? Since I saw your past. The dragons landed around us. My sister clung to my arm, terrified. They won't hurt us. She approached. The dragons bowed their heads to her, a gesture of respect. She spoke to them in a language I didn't understand. Guttural sounds, melodic, like wind through rocks. The dragons took off, flying back to the mountains. She turned to me. Thank you for trusting, for not really betraying me. My sister looked at me confused. What's happening? Who is she? She's the reason you're alive. A golden dragon, the largest, returned. It approached her and made a low, guttural sound. She listened, nodded with a serious expression, then looked at me. He says the king will know and will send more. We must leave now. The golden dragon bowed its head toward me, a gesture of respect or warning. It took off, returning to the mountains. She led us down a hidden path. We walked for hours. My sister went in silence, processing everything. At dusk, we reached a green plain, far from the mountains. There was an abandoned cabin. We'll be safe here, for now. That night, the 3 of us sat around the fire. My sister finally asked, "What now?" I looked at her. She looked at me. Now we live. Weeks passed. We repaired the cabin. My sister recovered physically and emotionally. There was peace. One night, my sister asked me in private, "Do you love her?" I blushed. "I don't know. It's complicated." "It's not. I can see how you look at her and how she looks at you." I didn't answer. The next day, she took me to a clearing in the forest. The pact we made, it bound us more than I thought. I feel when you're afraid, when you're at peace. It's strange, but I don't mind. Me neither. She smiled. First time I'd seen her smile like that. Her ice-blue eyes shone with warmth. Then maybe this makes sense. She moved closer. We almost kissed, but the moment broke. My sister screamed from the cabin, "Smoke! To the south!" We ran. On the horizon, columns of black smoke. She transformed and flew to scout. Came back in minutes. They burned 3 villages. They're searching. The king hasn't given up. The king was seated. His skin was grayish, deformed scales on his neck and arms, reptilian eyes but sick, yellow, bloodshot. In front of him, 50 soldiers kneeling. "Drinking my blood will give you strength," he said with a distorted voice, inhuman. "I'll turn you into what they fear." The soldiers drank from golden cups. They screamed. Their bodies convulsed. Black scales sprouted from their skin, but deformed, chaotic, like tumors, their faces twisted. They were transforming, but wrong. The king smiled, sharp teeth, horrible smile. "If she has her pack, I'll have mine." The mutated soldiers roared. The king pointed to a map. "Find her and bring her to me alive. I need more blood, much more."